Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a bit of a get ready with me to update you where I've been for the last week and a half or so, as well as just give you an update on my life because I've had some big changes, and you can probably tell from the title of the video because I think I will include what has happened in the title. But it's very exciting because we actually got a puppy. We got a dog. She's been here for a week now. Picked her up last Saturday, and that's why I've been very MIA, because I've been very much on puppy duty. She is now 9.5 weeks, 9 weeks and 3 days. So yeah, she's still very tiny and she needs a lot of watching and attention, and that's why I haven't been posting or filming or anything. I did post a video yesterday, and that was a pre-filmed video that I had. And yeah, I actually pre-filmed that since like the beginning of April, and I was supposed to go up just before we picked her up, so I think on the Friday. But we had to drive up, and I just literally didn't have time to edit, and I was like, oh, I just do it over the weekend. But then I kind of underestimated how busy I would be with our little puppy. But I'm gonna get into the get ready with me. But before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's jump into the video. So I'm just gonna put my hair up, and then I can start doing my get ready with me. I want to get my hair out of the way first, and then I'll just also talk to you about what my last week has been and about my new puppy. She's currently sleeping next to me right here, so I think she probably will wake up and during the time I do this get ready with me, so I will show her later on. I could also include some clips as I talk through what has been going on, just so you can see what she looks like. But yeah, I don't want to wake her up now, and that's also why I'm filming right now, because she is sleeping, and that is very much helpful. I did actually film my Panda palette update yesterday. I think that will go up tomorrow. And she was awake in her crate then, and she was making loads of noise, so it wasn't ideal. And I did also show her off a tiny bit in that video, so yeah, you'll see that. But if you heard any distraction noise in that video, I apologize. I will try to get filming in when she's sleeping, but of course she was sleeping yesterday, and then as soon as I sat down to film, she woke up. But that is where I am. I'm gonna get into my makeup now before I ramble on too much, so yeah, let me just start. So I probably won't do a super like over the top makeup look today, because I'm just getting ready for the day at home. I have done my makeup 3 times, or this is going to be the 3rd time I'm doing makeup since I picked her up. I didn't wear makeup for, yeah, about 4 or 5 days because I just was busy. I was so tired. It's been a lot of work keeping up with her. She has had some difficult nights. I've been sleeping with her in the living room, and that's been fine, but obviously she's been waking up in the middle of the night to go wee and stuff, and yeah, she's just had a few restless nights. So I basically have been napping a lot when she's been sleeping, because yeah, I've just been knackered. But I'm thinking I'm getting more into the routine now, which is obviously why I also feel a bit more awake and I can film. But I actually talked to my friend Martina, and she asked like how's it been with the puppy and everything, and she said, I explained like what it's like with the nights and so I said like I didn't sleep very well, and she woke up like, you know, midnight, 2 a.m, 4 a.m, and then at 4 a.m she was like up and like wanted to play. And I said I didn't sleep very well, and she was like, my goodness, this sounds like when I had my baby. So she was like, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not the same, I'm not saying it's the same, but it is a little bit like having a baby. They are obviously just still very small when you get them, puppies, if you get them at 8 weeks like we did. So yeah, it's a lot of work, and obviously it's not, luckily it's not as long lasting as having a baby, because having a baby, this goes on for like several months. But hopefully she will settle into her routine relatively soon. I'm off work for 2 weeks, so I'm working for the last week, and I'm off for like 1 more week, and then my boyfriend's going to be off for another week. So we're hopefully going to manage everything before we both have to go back to work. But yeah, that is what my nights have been like. I am gonna take I have my Panda palette right here. I'm not gonna show you because my update will go up tomorrow, and I don't want to spoil anything. But I'm gonna take the shade Red Ochre, which is like a reddish brown, and I'm gonna put that like all over my lid as a base. And that's actually something that I've been doing. Basically, this is the 3rd day in a row that I'm doing this, because I'm just trying to get as much use out of this shade as possible. And it's just like I started doing it because I felt like I was behind on uses on this shade, and yeah, I know it's gonna look crazy, but trust the process. And I actually really been enjoying putting this all over the lid and then topping it with a different shimmer. I think today I'm going to go with a different shimmer. I've done 2 different looks. First day I did like a green shimmer, and then yesterday I did like a purple one, and today I think I'm going to go for a blue one, but that is going to be my main start of the look. And again, I know it looks absolutely crazy right now, but trust the process. I'm going to blend it out in a second. So about my puppy, her name is Lexi. She is a Cocker Spaniel. She is a golden Cocker Spaniel, and she's also a working Cocker Spaniel. Again, I will put a picture of her right here, or like a video, so you can see what she looks like. She's absolutely adorable. She is such a smart dog. We feel like we've been so lucky with her. We started looking like when we moved in. We always knew we wanted a dog, but in the previous flat we were in, we couldn't really have a dog, and we didn't really feel like it was time for us to have a dog either. But when we moved into this flat, we were allowed to have a dog in here. We just had to apply for it and everything, but we were allowed to have a dog. So that was kind of like a criteria we wanted when we moved into this flat. And yeah, I was going to take Realgar, which is like an orange shade, on a blending brush, and you just kind of put that in the creases to start blending this out. But that was one of the criteria we had when we moved into this flat, was that we wanted to be able to have a dog, because although we didn't know if we were going to get the dog straight away, we wanted to have the option, because yeah, we didn't know how long we were going to stay in this flat, and we kind of felt like we were ready to start having a dog. So we moved in here in January, and it's now almost May. So it's been a couple of months, but this all happened relatively quickly. So we moved in, like I said, end of January, and we started looking at dogs. Like, I did research in February. I mean, I've done research before as well, and I've had dogs before with my family. We had a dog growing up, and they have a puppy now as well. Like, she's 2, I think, yeah, 2 years old soon in summer. So not a puppy anymore, but she was a puppy when I was there. I was there to help and take care of her. Obviously I've been back since, but that is Channel sheepdogs, and I've had dogs, like I said before, but Mike, my boyfriend, has never had a dog. But I did loads of the research, and although this is our dog, this is kind of like my dog. Like, I'm doing most of the training, obviously, like, we're taking care of her together, but it's mainly gonna be my dog. And it's just, I think, because he never had a dog before, and he doesn't, like, he wants to learn from me, I guess. And I think the plan is that he eventually will get a second dog, and that would be mainly his dog. But I mean, that's down the line. But that's kind of how it happened. And obviously, like, you know, it's just good to establish, like, not that I'm saying anything will happen, but I've had friends before who split up, and then, you know, a dog or things have come in the way, and we don't want that to happen. Like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen at all. But yeah, we just wanted to establish that this is my dog, it's our dog, but I paid for her and everything. So that's basically how we came about. So I did a little bit of research. I knew that I wanted a Cocker Spaniel, but I also had to, like, make sure she was kind of a good fit for our lives, like a lifestyle, our flat, where we live, things like that. And we do live in London, as you know, but we have, when we moved out, we moved a little bit further out. If you know London, we now live in, like, between zone 2 and zone 3, so a bit further out. And where we live, there's like loads of parks, and we have like a really big park relatively close to us, so we do have more kind of options to, you know, take her out, because the thing with Cocker Spaniels is they need a lot of both mental stimulation but also exercise. So that was obviously something we had to consider. But yeah, I did a research, so I started doing that in February, like I said, and then end of February we kind of look, I'm the kind of person that I do loads of research, and I'm kind of like, oh, I want a dog, but then I can just never, you know, take the first step. So I just kind of, like, you know, not procrastinate, but I just kind of wait it out, and I was like, oh, you know, we can look at it next weekend, or, like, you know, it's just, I think it's just because I'm a bit scared about making the first step, I guess. Or, I mean, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I used to be, I don't procrastinate, I guess, but I just kind of, I think, frightened to take the first step, because I'm just like, oh, I'm an overthinker, I guess. So that was kind of the case. And then one day my boyfriend was just like, okay, let's just look at puppies, and then we did. And this was, like I said, end of February, and we needed puppies that were quite young still, because Basically, like I said, I've taken 2 weeks off, and that was my plan because I do want to train her as much as possible. So basically I wanted to take 2 weeks off, and my annual leave renewed now in April, so we needed to look for a dog that we can get in April. So we were looking for dogs that were maybe like max 1 or 2 weeks old, and we came across this litter of puppies that were 4 days old, and we were like, okay, perfect. And my boyfriend was like, let's call them, and I was like, okay, because I wasn't more in the mindset that we was like, okay, we're having a look, we're not deciding yet, but we're just having a look. And we called, and we talked to the breeder. She was lovely, and we decided that we were gonna go for it. Obviously not like decide fully until we saw her, but that was like the plan. So we decided to book in a time we could come up, which was when they were like 3 weeks old. So we booked that in and went up to see them. Also, I didn't really talk you through my eyes, but I just blended my eyeshadow out with, like I said, Real Gar, and then burnt orange from my Modern Renaissance palette, and then I just used like a cream shade to like blend out the edges. That's what I did for my eyes. I'm gonna move on to the shimmer. So yeah, let's just do that while I talk, because I feel like I'm talking a lot and not really doing everything for my eyes. So let's just move on to the shimmer. I'm gonna use Tower from Cleona, which is one of their pastel multichrome, which is like a blue to a purple shifting shade. It's a bit more subtle, but I think it's gonna go with the look. But that was basically the process. And when she was 3 weeks old, we went up and we saw them. And again, it was kind of like, it was such a hard thing because we weren't sure if we were gonna go for it, because like, you know, it's a big decision, and we were both ready, but I was also like thinking, like, how do you know you picked the right one? Like how do you know it's the right dog? So that's kind of like how we were feeling. So we went up there and we saw them, and when we got there, the puppies were all sleeping. So that also kind of made it difficult for us, because we couldn't see their personalities really, or like, you know, bond with them, or with her, I guess. So we went there and we were like, because we thought like when we go there we're gonna know like if we want to go for it, or like, you know, as soon as we see them, the puppies, we're gonna know. But we didn't, so we were like freaking out a bit. We're like, I don't know, we need to make a decision, what should we do? So we like talked to the breeder, like, can we let you know later? She's like, of course. And went home, and then we kind of discussed it, and we decided to go back to the breeder again the next day, and like see them when they were awake. So that was the plan. And luckily the breeder, it's actually funny about it, the breeder's located about a 15-minute drive from my boyfriend's parents, which we didn't know. We just, like I said, looked for puppies that were relatively small and young, and that just happened to be where they were located, which was perfect because we had somewhere to stay before we picked her up and everything like that. But we went back the next day and we saw them, and then she was like really awake, and you know, she was a bit more, you know, just excited, and like, you know, you see a bit more of her personality. And at that point, we just decided to go for it. So that was basically the process of how we picked her out. We went up again to see her when she was 5 weeks. And then after that, we didn't see her again until we picked her up. So that's kind of what happened. We really, like I said, we really love her. She's adorable. Yeah, she's such a good girl. We're so happy that we decided to go with it. We keep saying like all the time now, we're like, can you imagine, like we almost didn't pick her up, like we almost didn't decide to get her. And that's great to us now, because like she's just fits in perfectly in our family. So I'm just so excited. But let me move on to my base now, because I think I'm pretty happy with the eyes. And yeah, let's continue talking about more like her, what she's been like having her home. So when I had primed my face, and I'm gonna go ahead and start my base. So yeah, we picked her up a week ago, and it's been absolutely amazing having her here. She's settling in really well. We're so excited to have her here. She's like fit perfectly into the family. We are currently crate training her, which is going well as well. She's currently, like I said, sleeping in her crate, although she's stirring a bit, but she loves her crate, which has been really helpful for us. Like I said, it's also been very good that I've been home from work, because yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, it's just been easier to train her and manage her and everything, and I didn't want to just like, you know, dump her in the crate all day and then, you know, train her after work or whatnot. I wanted to be a bit more proactive and like, you know, train her. So yeah, she's doing amazing. Training's going so well. She's doing amazing already. Like she's already like learned sit, down, paw, like wait. Like she can wait for treats and stuff. If I hold them out, she doesn't take them until I say okay. She's you know, so like she waits for an okay before she got out her crate. Like she's just such a good girl. Like she's so clever. You can tell like how clever she is. So yeah, it's going really well. Honestly, she's not fully house trained yet, but she's getting there. She's having a few accidents in the night, which I mean is fine. I think she's just not really learned how to manage her bladder yet, so she wakes up and she needs to wee like that second. But I am sleeping with her, so it is helping, but you know, it just is a process. So she's only been here a week, but she's settling in well. She knows that she needs to wee outside, but I think it's just like I said, a bladder management thing. But yeah, that's going well too. The most difficult thing, like I said, is probably nighttime. She is not sleeping through the night very well, which I mean it's fine. Like I know that we'll have to wake up and take her out until she's older anyway, because puppies can't really hold the bladder for more than a couple of hours. But she isn't really sleeping through the night. Like last night was a terrible night when it comes to like sleeping through the night. I took her out at 10 because I was thinking about going to sleep around 10, but then I ended up watching YouTube videos until like 11ish, and she did wake up or stirred around 11, so I took her out again, just, you know, to make sure she goes before bed. And then she woke up again at midnight and she had an accident, which was fine. Like I said, she's just small. Like I'm not getting angry at her obviously, but it, you know, that happened. And then again she woke up at 1 a.m, took her outside. Then she woke up again at 2 a.m, and I was like, okay, she's gonna wake up every hour, so took her outside. And then she didn't wake up again until like 4:20 or 4:30, something like that, and I took her out again. And then after that she slept until like 7ish, I think it was. Took her out and then we came in and chilled, and she slept until like 8:30. So she does sleep well in the mornings. Like she doesn't really like wake up. She did that before. Like she did kind of like wake up at 4 a.m. and was like, oh my god, it's time to play. Like right now I'm so excited. Like this is, you know, it's playtime, it's wake time. But I think she has learned now that like it's not time to wake up yet, but we just have to manage like the middle of the night kind of waking up part. But I mean, again, she went to the bathroom all the time she woke up, so she's probably like needing the wee. But sometimes like I just don't get it, because in the day she can hold her bladder for like 3 hours or so. Like right now she's napping and she hasn't been to the bathroom for about 2 hours. And she's completely fine. She's sleeping very soundly. I don't know. She did have her food a bit late yesterday though, because we have had problems with her eating. She's finally getting better. Like yesterday she finished all her meals, which was really, really good. It was the first day she did that, and this morning as well she finished all her breakfast, so that was good. But she did have her meal a bit later last night, her dinner, so maybe that's why she woke up so much in the night. I don't know, but we are just learning still. But overall she's doing amazing, and it's just small things. And again, you just need to remember they're still tiny, like, you know, they're still learning themselves, they're learning about their bodies. She's settling into a new home, which she's doing amazing with. Like she knows that we are her family now. Like she snuggles up with me, like, because I'm the one off, like, you know, we said like she's gonna be my dog, but our dog, but I'm the one doing most of the work now. So I think she knows that like she comes to me and like cuddles, and you know, she's loving it. So no problem at all, like, with, you know, separation anxiety. So my camera overheated, so I just concealed my under eyes, set this briefly with powder, and then my mascara. But let's continue. So I don't really know where I was. Yeah, basically training is doing really well. She's actually woken up now. She's taking out her for potty break, so I can show her to you once she is back inside. But let's just finish up the makeup quickly. But yeah, she is such a little angel. Like so many people stop us when we're outside and be like, oh my god, she's the cutest, and she honestly is. I'm so like, obviously that's not everything, but she is like, I can't imagine not having her now, and it's only been a week. But she is such a snuggle buddy. She loves like hanging out with me. I think that's what I was talking about, like how she's like already fitting into the family. Like she is doing so amazing. Like she sleeps well, apart from sometimes waking up in the night, but in the daytime, like she knows when to settle down. Like she's just, yeah, she's doing amazing. And it is a lot of work having a puppy, and I'm a bit conscious about what it's going to be like when I go back to the office. And when we're like, I mean, we're always gonna have someone working from home, because either I'm gonna work from home who my boyfriend is, so she's not gonna have to be alone, but obviously she's gonna have to be in a crate more and stuff because we are working, and hopefully by then she won't be like, you know, too terrible with like biting stuff and whatnot. She's already getting better. She was a bit of a nipper when we first got her, but we are training that and it's getting better, like I said, so very happy with all of that. And yeah, like she's settling in really well. So that's basically the update. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video to explain where I've been and also just share the news with you because I love dogs. And yeah, I just wanted to share the news with you because if you don't follow, I have shared her on Instagram, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, yeah, I just wanted to kind of update you on here as well. So yeah, that was my little update for today. I think I'm gonna just finish up my makeup, and as soon as Mike comes in with her, I will show her off briefly, and then I think I'm gonna wrap up this get ready with me because it is already quite long. But yeah, that is, I'm just gonna basically wait until he comes back. I'm gonna finish doing my brows. My base is basically done now. Put brows on and then do my lips, and I will show her off when he is back inside. So sorry if the angle has changed because someone came in the room and she knocked my camera, but this is Lexi. She's being a bit nibbly now because she's has lots of energy because she just woke up, but this is her. Yeah, she's such a cutie pie. I'm so happy with her, like honestly she's such a good puppy. I love her so much. But yeah, I will probably have to play with her because she, like I said, has a lot of energy now because she's been napping. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you where I've been and why I haven't been posting videos. And also if I lack videos, if I don't keep my regular post schedule, which is usually every other day, you know why, because I will be taking care of this one. And yeah, she's just a lot of she takes a lot of time basically. But yeah, this is Lexi, and I just want to show you an update. But yeah, that is it for today's video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I got a little update on where I've been, and otherwise I will catch you in my next video. And like I said, I have my Pan palette going up tomorrow, and I will probably have a few videos going up back to back now because I need to catch up since I haven't been posting for over a week. But that is it, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.